for his legacy.
I'm living well. I never thought that love like this is my girl. I'm living well. Yeah, man. Big Stone is the one. He's got the plan for information. See? I hear it. That's the part.
What a intro! It gone! Don't touch it in the Glen Washington say, I have the plan.
Oh, true, that sound different from all of the sound here up in New York City and beyond. Scorpion, you know that. Panther too. You like Kata. You like One Down. Dilly. You don't know Lee Major. You have to depend for dub, you know. Starky.
So the man in our massacre. They don't know my story. They don't know my story. Them not happy for we, not happy. It's like the not happy for we, yeah. Hey, Brooklyn, I ain't at the right place. I just 10 out of 10 out.
Seems to me no matter who I kill them, say not jump and come challenge way. Why not run now? Cause you're my rug on the gun, send them come. And it's a sound killing, kill them and destroy and open.
Oh, check. From the streets of Brooklyn, we come alive and direct. Just I want some sound boy, but the choice for them I make boom. Lordy daddy, kill off every
Some them try to test me, surely gonna die tonight. Any song they try to play with, gonna lose their life. You know.
Number one killer, Andrew Toster.
Deep down in Jamaica, close to Mandeville.
Sprackit. Yeah, that's one of my elder them, you know. He's the producer of Second Chance. Very, very loving guy, very hilarious. I learned a lot from him because he's been around for a while, so one of my G's.
Murder them all, clean them off the dance floor.
Foolish dog back at a flying bird. They're making their pleasures but lying every word. Don't realize what they are doing is not wise. Remember some people who like to criticize. They say love, but it's just jealousy I see in their eyes. They say love, but it's jealousy I see in their eyes. Hey, how you doing? Rastafari, bless you. No wicked and kept around us, but I'm trying to not with my truth. This I got to stop because no matter how them cuss, they keep on knocking but we won't let them in. Their mind is sweetie and their heart is full of sin, trying to break my code. Father will help me to take the overload. The cheap pins and nuggets ain't bothering me. I'm living a life that is honest, you see, cause I want to be free. Free for all of eternity. There are some I want to be free now, from pain and misery. The blessings of Jah is upon me. Ooh, guiding and keeping me there, you see. Take it away. Excuse me. Oh, na. His mercy and doing for me. Na. Now my let's rise and shine and give Jah the glories. His mercy and doing for me. Make me free like the birds in the trees. Let us sing and shout His praises forever, so the world can see. Give thanks and praise to His majesty, knowing that He is the conquering lion, and He can set you free. Just children, open your eyes and see. The meek shall inherit the earth, and the wicked shall get his reward. They promise to give you the world, but don't listen to that voice, they are fraud. They'll never get away, no. Ooh, man, if you're weary, tired and heavy laden, your burden, you know He will be here. Jah will protect you, so have no fear. You shall be like trees planted by the rivers, living with humbleness here. No more in bondage, the niceness we see. The meek shall inherit the earth, and the wicked shall get his reward. They promise to give you the world, but don't listen to them. Come again, pull up. Come again, man. See him with it. So we see us sometimes. It's nice you have to do it twice. See it? We're gonna have some fun tonight, Guyana. Remember this one? He who seeks up only vanity and no love for humanity shall fade away, fade away. He who checks for only wealth and not for his own physical health will fade away. Hear what I say. The man who worships silver and gold shall surely, surely, surely lose his own soul. It's gonna fade away. The rich is getting richer every day. Now the little that the poor has got, they want to take it away. Fire upon them. Ooh, na 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 na. You wanna shoot the road boy? The shepherds asleep, my son. The sheep have gone astray. Everyone's taken to their own way. And I can see the wolves and the leopards encamped around since yesterday. One should know that the wicked are playing. From the villages of old, I see them always want to take control. Envious greed I see in their eyes. But the Father of love protects me. I'm safely lying in his fold, singing his praise when the good times roll. I'm walking on the right road, and only Jah can help me take the overload. Only Jah love can set me free, walking on the right road. The blessings of God is all over me. He opened my eyes that I can see. When it seems there's no way, I pray, and all my troubles are taken away. And tell me of all the things that I say. We were meant to be free, my brothers, in spite of this mental slavery. Upon each love and his mercy I speak, walking on the right road. And only Jah can help me take the overload. Only Jah love can set me free, walking on the right road. The blessings of God is all over me. It opened my eyes that I can see. Oh na 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 na, na 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 na. Rastafari. Oh na 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 na. Listen, 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 listen. In my house, there's a picture on the wall. Rastafari sit up on the throne. Yeah, in my house, there's a picture on the wall. Rastafari sit up on the throne. Yeah, yeah, just sit up on his feet of justice. With his eyes golden green, right around this golden throne. My house, there's a picture on the wall. Rastafari sit up on the throne.
A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Big Stone Television. Today is a very exciting day for me because I have the now golden opportunity of talking to a living legend slash icon. We're talking to a man that's been in the business for well over 40 years, going on 50 years. We're talking to none other than Glen Washington, or famously known as Glen Washington. The musical career of Glen Washington, singer, songwriter, and drummer, personifies the cliche, the race is not for the swift but for those who can endure. The triumph of Glen Washington's endurance has been 25 years in the making. Like most successful artists, Washington evolved from humble upbringing. Born in the parish of Clarendon, Jamaica, he is currently one of the most in-demand artists in reggae music. This has come after many years of recording and waiting in the wings. In 1997, he released his debut album, Brother to Brother, and to date has released over 40 albums. Fans and critics alike say there's not one bad song in his catalog. Washington began his musical career in the early 70s as the lead singer for the group Names and Faces. He later became the lead singer in a band called 35 Incorporated and learned to play the drums under the guidance of then drummer Joseph Hill. We're talking about Joseph Hill of Culture. When Hill left the band, Washington filled the slot and became a singing drummer. There are positive lessons of encouragement and motivation to learn from Washington's experience. His musical career is reminiscent of Boris Gardner, singer, bass player, and band leader, who after 25 years in the music industry recorded the golden I Want to Wake Up With You. In the same vein, it was 30 years after recording the classic Black Magic Woman that Santana went on to sweep the 2000 Grammy Awards for the gigantic hit Maria Maria. Similarly, Washington made his first hit records, Rockers No Crackers, in 1978 for Joe Gibbs' record label, but he did not grace the charts again until the release of the hit Kindness for Weakness in 1998. Most music industry insiders will say that after 20 years in the business, it's unlikely that an artist would release his biggest hit, but it has proven again and again how speculative this business is. Over the years, Washington has recorded sporadically as a solo singer and extensively as a studio drummer, and has laid tracks for various artists. Simultaneously, Washington was a full-time drummer, sometimes singer, in several different bands such as The Avengers, The Titans, The Happiness Unlimited. But Happiness Unlimited, he migrated to the United States to work with none other than the legendary Stevie Wonder. Yes! The other bands he played with are Calabash and bands that backed artists such as Leroy Sibbles, Shine Ed, Junior Reid, Gregory Isaac, Sister Carol, and The Meditation. After a short hiatus from performing in 1997, Washington once again pursued his coda singing career by doing some recording session for Studio One's famed producer Clement Dodd. It was deja vu all over again with the release of Washington's awesome debut album, Brother to Brother. It seems the Studio One sound was launching another artist's career. However, it was a year later, while recording for producers like Campbell and Jason Sterling, that Washington hit with the classic album Next to You. It was marketed by BP Records and featured the hit song Kindness for Weakness. All the tracks in this album are considered single material. Washington's singing career, his smooth, raspy bass voice has often been likened to that of Barry Salmon. And Washington says, Barris is one of my favorite entertainers, so I regard it as a compliment to be compared with him. I could go on and on and on and on.
Respect me, brother.
It is an honor to speak with you. This is not a by chance encounter. I've been wanting to interview Glen Washington for as much as 10 years. The last time I saw him was when he performed at Tinga Stewart's wife's funeral. He flew down just for the occasion. And like any great friend, that's what friends are for when you're in in need of some closure. Only Glen Washington could have done that. He spoke about speaking to her in the chat for hours at times, and for him not to be there at her departure, it would have been something that he would still be thinking about today if he didn't show up. Glen, how are you, my brother?
I'm feeling good, feeling good vibe. Actually, I've not been to Jamaica for a while, but I'm down here now and I'm feeling good vibes.
But you just did a magnificent set on Rebel Salute 2023. And ladies and gentlemen, before I start to ask more questions of Glen, I just want to say I watched his performance, and it's 27 minutes of sheer mastery, sheer songs after songs, and hits after hits after hits after hits. It makes me wonder if we still build these type of quality artists anymore, because most of the time when an artist go on stage, every minute them pull up and you can't even get a chance to enjoy the artist. A matter of fact, the only time I saw him slow down somewhat was when he took his jacket off and then he called his wife Jackie, and they did a beautiful song together. And Glen, over the years, man, you have done it over and over. You've toured all over the world, all the continents of the world. You've been there, all the Caribbean countries, the north, the south, the east, the west of the Americas. You've been there, the Caribbean, you've been there. Recently in 2022, he destroyed Guyana. And how we do not appreciate our greatness, but other people from the outside grab him with open arms and just want more and more. Glen, tell us about Clarendon. What was it like growing up? Did you know this was what you wanted to do?
I knew I wanted to be involved in music from I was about 7 years old. I love music, and according to my mom, I grew up with my grandmother, and she was my greatest critique. My grandmother. She was that person that kept saying, "Go on and do it, son. I know you can." You know, and that was good. She was my favorite person anyway. And a lot of times, you're doing something and you have people, other people who say, "Go on, man, you can't do it." In that, but she was that voice that even to this day, keep hearing her say, "Yeah, I know you can. You can do it. You can do it." That's that encouraging voice. So, as a youth, I grew up with my grandmother. I used to go to church with her all the time, and got involved with different singing choir, different singing on the choir, doing this and doing that, where music is concerned. And she always encouraged me. So, like while going to school, one time I remembered they had a talent competition in town, and the Names and Faces band was the band that was playing for us, for the singer and the performers. And my friends told me, go on, you have to pay a fee. So they said, "Go on, go do it, man, you can't do it, you know, say you can't win." And I was like, "Yeah, look at all them good singers on there, you think I can beat them?" And they said, "Yeah, man, go on." And waved me up and decided to go do it. First, second, third elimination, it was me, I was the winner. I'm like,
wow.
Wait, I'm on to something here. So I decided to go on and semi-final, I'm the winner. And the final night, now there's some hardcore singers that we can really sing.
Yes.
And I had 1 point over them though, because the bass player in the band told me, if you write your own song, you get more points. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's how it's done.
And I wrote a song called Susie. Susie ran away from home when she was only 16. Like youth man back them days. Write the song, and there's a rap part that I'm trying to sound like I'm an American and all that stuff. It was cool. You listen back to it, I listen back to it again and I laugh because it sounded funny for me trying to talk like an American. But it happened, and I did win. And part of the prize was to get your song recorded, and I get some trinkets and stuff like that, get some money, and we got the song recorded. I got the song recorded in 1973, That was my first recording in 1973. Hear my song play on the radio was awesome. I didn't know anything about the business part of it. When I hear my song playing on the radio and I say, hey, am I song that? They say, yeah, go ahead, I know your song.
Wow. So Glen, specifically Clarendon, but where in Clarendon?
I was born in Maypen.
Oh, Maypen, the town.
Maypen, the town of Clarendon.
Okay, okay. Was it difficult in, I know you did your talent stuff and so on, but was it difficult like getting recording or you had to move into Kingston?
You know what? I used to be on a bus, one of the minibus every day. When I got out of school, every day I'd be on a bus coming into Kingston to go to one of them studios. We used to walk from one studio to the other. So walk from, because I played drums in 10. I used to walk from Joe Gibbs studio to Channel 1.
Wow.
Them days was good days because nobody would mess with you. You didn't have to worry about nothing. We walk all the way over to Roosevelt Crescent over by the stadium to go up to RJ studio.
Yes, yeah.
We did walk from studio to studio 1, walk all over from, we used to walk.
So what was it like then? Which studio and which famed producer saw it in you and said, well, hey, I have to work with this youngster because this is the future?
I was at Joe Gibbs studio one Friday evening and they had this rhythm running and they wanted somebody to find a song to sing. It have to be saying something about rockers.
Okay.
Because that's what they used to call it back then.
Yeah.
The reggae music, it wasn't that fast and it wasn't that slow.
Right.
They called it rockers. And we came up with a song called Rockers and no Crackers. Rockers are heavy music on ya. And it was on the Joe Fraser. Doom, 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 doom. That rhythm there. And they said, give it a try, give it a try. And what's his name? Errol Thompson.
E.T.
Yeah, E.T. Not E.T. from JBC, E.T. from Joe Gibbs.
From Joe Gibbs,
yeah.
yes.
He told me, go on inside, go sing it with me here. I was singing, and they loved it. And it was recorded and sent abroad, and they didn't tell me nothing about it.
Wow.
It's years after my thing broke, and I went to England, and I was doing a show, and they said, sing rockers. I'm like, rockers? What's a youth man them days? We never know them something. Somebody say you didn't know. Somebody say you didn't know. This was a big multi-hit in the UK. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's how they do it. Yeah, man.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
But it's not just Glen have suffered those consequences. I remember talking to Alton Ellis. And Alton Ellis said when he got into London in 1964, he didn't know that Muriel was a monster hit in England. It's when he got there he actually found out that Muriel was this massive hit. So it is back then that the producers were unscrupulous. We're not going to call any name or anything, but we just want to say that those were some of the things that Glen had to go through as a youngster.
You got some
and he believed in himself.
You got some real pirates in the business, real criminals in this business. And pretty soon the world will know about some of them. It'll come out in the open, big. Because what they do is steal their stuff and sell it to other people and give it to other people. And control your stuff, tell you that they own your publishing and they own this and they own that. You got some major
big name
that takes your stuff and like it's like real piracy, you know, and it's like the mafia, you know. So we are going to treat them like that.
We're on to you. Yeah, you're not going to get away with it.
We're going to treat them like that.
And that is unfair, Glen, and I must reiterate, that is so unfair because Glen has worked so hard. You know what it is to jump on a tour bus after tour bus and to set up and to live in a suitcase. He needs to leave the legacy that he has, just like any other greatness, because Glen is just as great.
They try to shut me out.
But they try to shut him up, but no worry. They say gold is, you cannot tarnish gold.
True.
It is like diamond, you cannot tarnish diamond, it stays forever. Diamonds are forever. Glen, Jamaica, most of the elders like myself recognize your greatness, and I've yet to see they give you the honor and your roses in terms of your order of distinction or your order of merit or whatever governmental awards that you deserve, that you have won. You have earned it. What is happening there? How does that make you feel when you go to a Guyana and go to other places all over the world and you see how they roll out the red carpet for you? But home is not as friendly. What's going on?
It's really depressing for one to you know, for your own people to not recognize what they have, and then you go to another place and they treat you like a king. It should be something good, but at the same time it's depressing. Because
it has to be.
Jamaica is my country, and I love this place. I really love this place.
Wow.
But I don't know.
Well, guess what? I'm going to make this public appeal. Glenn don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm speaking directly to the Minister of Culture, the Honorable Babs Green. Babs, you know I love you so much. Give Glenn what he's so rightly earned and deserved. He's one of the biggest voices in reggae music today. He's a giant. He's respected all over the world. A lot of people, they make a lot of babies from your songs too, Glenn, you know that too. But a lot of kids grow up because of Glenn. A lot of people, a lot of older folks can just put his music on and just kick back, even with the family, the children, and just enjoy an evening of Glen Washington. Give him what he so rightly deserved and worked so hard for over the years. Glenn, you have so many songs, Glenn. What would you consider your all-time favorite? That wherever you go, I know it's numerous.
That's a hard thing to talk about, because you know, different songs that I sing about personal experiences.
Yes.
Different songs that I sing or record, it is actually like my little children, and I love them all.
So you can't say Glenn definitively well, but your most requested song. Which song would you say is your most requested song?
A lot of places I go, people want to hear "Don't Take My Kindness for Weakness." That's one of the songs that these people are stealing.
Yeah, okay, because that's a monster.
Yeah, but you know what happened? They don't know that they committed a crime, real crime, and they're going to pay for it. They committed a real crime and they're going to pay for it, because guess what? They claim that they have me on a contract.
Wow, with your signature on it.
With a fake signature on it, and we already proved that.
Glenn, your dressing, your style of dressing, who did you emulate? You know, you put yourself together. I mean, there's so many. Alton Ellis was a great dresser.
Ken Booth
is also a snappy one.
One of my favorites.
John Holt is also another snappy one. But who was your all-time favorite singer that, I know there's a lot of them. Who did you see or look up to?
There's a whole bunch of American artists that I emulated when it come to put myself together. But these days, I have to say this, my wife always try to make sure that I look fashionable, good.
She's doing a fantastic job, I must
Big
tell
up
you.
the chest.
Yes, man, she's doing a fantastic job. Tell us what it was like working with the likes of a legend like Stevie Wonder.
Oh my God!
What was it like?
That was a good vibe. And let me tell you how all of that happened. I was playing with this group called Happiness Unlimited in Ocho Rios. Back then, the hotel that is now called Wyndham Ocho Rios. Those two hotels. It used to be Malaz Beach Hyatt and the Americana. Now both of them are joined together and they call it Wyndham Ocho Rios. Okay. So the Americana, we were the resident band at the Americana Hotel, and we were there one Saturday evening getting ready to perform, and we met a lady and two ladies on the beach, and they told us they was there looking for a nice place for Stevie Wonder to have his vacation. And I'm like, with Stevie Wonder, you mean this Stevie Wonder?
This Stevie Wonder.
Then you know, some people tell you that, yeah, right. But I was shocked, surprised, because they had the center, the table right in front of, like, center, in front of this stage.
Yeah.
It said reserved. So when we were on stage performing and playing for this guy that was the act for the night, we saw this lady leading Stevie Wonder right across the front of the stage. The whole place was in uproar.
And the frenzy.
They forgot about the guy that's performing. Everybody put out the cameras, everybody. Stevie Wonder in the house. And he went there and sat down, and for 2 weeks, every night Stevie was on the stage with us.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Like he was there rocking the whole night. And then the following 2 weeks after that, every night, Stevie Wonder on stage back to back with the keyboard player. He's on there playing the keyboard. Creating some good songs on stage.
Wow.
All the songs like we was playing Tony Tuff song. First time I met you, I could not forget you. We was playing that song on stage, and Stevie Wonder said, "Glenn, sing this." What you talking about? Say you don't like the reggae beat, you must be crazy. I was like, whoa. He was listening, and then we created that song on stage, and he later on gave it to the group called the Musical Youth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And then we went to California to record, but when I joined that band, they didn't know that I was a singer.
Oh, and because you was into
because I was
drumming.
playing with Titans, and when the bass player came to Kingston to get me.
Okay.
Right up the road, right up a Bohemian Club.
I remember Bohemian, yeah.
Yeah, I was playing with them, and then God Bright was the bass player. He came one Saturday morning and came and said, "We need a drummer." I thought they just needed a drummer for the night, but they needed a drummer, period. So they say they heard I could play drums, so they needed a drummer. They didn't know I could sing. So we went down there. They had a lead singer, this guy named Bobby, died now. And went to Ocho-Rios. I said, "When you need him?" They said, "Today we need for you to play." So I went to Ocho-Rios, did the rehearsal, and then the show, Saturday night is the show. Sunday now when I get ready to go back to Kingston. They say, "Where you go?" I say, "Where you do?" Man say, "Nah, man, you can't go, man." Me I rode by them time, you know, you tell me say I can't go, and I'm mad. So they say, "You can't go, man." I say, "Why?" They say, "Because we don't need you for just tonight. We need you for the drummer in the band." I say, "Oh, so what can you know and tell me that?" So them talk to me and tell me about some nice money, because I get better money than much more than when I get at Titans.
Yeah.
So me say, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I migrate to Ocho-Rios now. So I come back and give them all of my furniture and everything, because they already have a place to stay.
Wow.
Because I ask them, we say, "Where are we going to live?" And they say, "No, man, we have that covered. Apartment, maid service, everything."
What?
Yeah. A bit of money, we never spend the money.
Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are having a wonderful one-on-one with the legendary, the iconic Glen Washington. We're talking about how they found out that Glen had this melodious voice, this voice that now has thrilled the world. You see, he started playing drums, and inadvertently, as he put it, the person who was setting up the band set up a microphone.
Yeah.
And Glen said he was just there doing his thing, playing and so on, and felt sweet.
Yeah, man,
and into the music, and the vibe was right. Then Glen, please explain it.
The vibe was right, feel good, music going, and then because the microphone was in front of me, and instinctively I just started singing. Everybody turned around looking like, "What? We didn't know you could sing." Next thing I know, a little jealousy started coming up between me and the lead singer now, and then when Stevie decided to bring us to California, and that's what started happening, and people start acting different, you know, weird. And I decided to move and leave that alone. I went to Detroit. And ended up playing with a band called the Samaritans. I met a friend of mine that used to be a member of the Titans called O.C. Roberts. So that was his band. I went to go help the drummer to tune the drum set. And then when I sat behind it, I make a couple rolls, and beside him not playing anymore. So they said, "No, we don't have no drummer, you know, so what you gonna do?" And I said, "Okay, I'll play the drums." Since I'm new in town, I decided to play the drums, and I was a singer and drummer at the same time. And so while working there for a little while, Leroy Sibbles. Was living in Toronto.
F-Tones,
yeah,
yes.
He came across the border, came to Detroit to do a show, and he heard me play. I said, what? Why don't come up to Toronto and come play in my band, play sometime? And I thought about it for a while, and then one day I decided to put my drum set in the trunk of the car and drive across the border.
Yeah.
I went up to Toronto because Toronto was like only 4 hours away.
Okay.
I went up Toronto, and then I ran into some excellent musician, good sound. It was like, yeah, this is where I want to be. I mean, I was living in Detroit, but I was up there all the time. They played for Leroy Sibbles, played at different places. Bamboo played with a group called the Satellites. With what's his name? What's his name again? Bennett. What was his name? He played the flugelhorn. I can't remember his name. Yeah, but played with a whole bunch of different bands, and then we formed up a group called the Hit Squad. Everybody that came to town. I played for Barry Salmon before. I played for Jack Radix. I played for Sanchez. Played for Trilla U. I played for Tony Rebel. And the first time that that band was formed because of Lieutenant Stitchy.
Yeah.
He came to town and they wanted a band, and we ended up putting a band together called the Hit Squad. We played for U-Roy. We played for basically everybody that came to town. I was a drummer.
Wow.
I was a drummer. Johnny P. Everybody.
Everybody.
When Buju Banton came, Buju Banton never have no locks. You know, I was a drummer with that band.
Wow.
And I was singing behind the drums, and I was a drum with. I play for all of them people. When Capleton come, I do all. When call the song again, what red?
Red.
Yeah, when Capleton was doing that song, none of them never have any locks.
Yes.
You understand? I was that drummer that was playing for everybody in Toronto. I didn't live in Toronto. I was up in Toronto all the time. But I was that drummer. Until one time now, one of my friends that I used to play in a band with, Clinton Rowe, living in New York. He was the bass player with Shinehead at the time, and they needed a drummer to go tour. And they said he called me and said, "What man, why I do? Shinehead need a drummer, you know, we need to go tour." Because just Toronto and Detroit was really kicking it. He said, we need a drummer to go tour, we go across the world, we go Japan and different places, Hawaii, all over the place. And I asked him, and he said, money is good, man. And he fly me into New York. Now, that's how I ended up in New York. And I start moving around with Shiny, going all over Austria, different places all over the world, playing drums. And people discovering that I can sing. And while doing all of that, I was learning the ropes and learning different things. And one time now, I'm in New York, and I decided to try my hand at producing. I did a song called Feel the Vibes. Yeah. And everybody started talking about this song and not talking about this guy who sound like Barry Salmon. I don't know I sound like Barry Salmon. I know it's one Glen Washington.
Yeah, one Glen Washington.
So I take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
So this guy named Bobby Channel 1 on the radio station, NWK, something like that. He heard the song and took a liking to it and said, give me 2 copies, let me play it and see how people respond to it. And then he kept playing it in a rotation and everybody keep calling and requesting the song. Then it starts selling real good now in a 12 inch. So I had to keep going back to the press and making. I said, "Oh, whoa, this is good."
this is encouraging.
Good. Yeah, this is encouraging.
Give us a little piece of the song, then, because you know people are gonna be singing.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it now, now, now? Can you feel the vibes? Can you feel the vibes? The heavens declare the glory of God. The firmament show it is handiwork. Oh, make a joyful noise unto Jah. All ye land, come before my Father is singing, cause he's the Almighty One. Knowing that he is Jah our God, the conquering man lion. Tell me, can you? Da, 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 da. It was the same rhythm that Luciano sing.
Yes.
Glory be to the Most High. Yeah, that was the same rhythm.
Wow,
so that song was playing on Downbeat, Stony Screw.
Yeah.
I have a sound system named Downbeat from out of New York. He heard the song and said, I want a dub off of that song. So he said, me want to record that dub for my son, but me not play it. Me no want to record it I no studio where everybody there. He said, so I said, where I go record? He said, I'm going to take you back to the source. So I said, back to the source, what do you mean? And give my address in Brooklyn. I said, meet me here, so. When I go there, so I say, Music City. I said, wait. So I look, when I go inside the record now, I say, look old man with them glasses and beard and look how weird. Him say, sir, I Coxon that, you know, Sir D that.
Yeah, the boss.
The boss. So Sir D come sit down on the floor. And I look, and then I put in glass and I look. I must say, Jackson. When we done record, I said, Jackson, I love how you sound, you know, you have belly. So, you understand what I say? He said, Jackson, I want to talk to you, you know. So, he said, yes, and they call him Sir D. He said, yes, sir. I get to talk to him, and he's a nice man, very nice man. Yeah. In spite of what everybody else says.
Yeah, it's a legend.
He's a nice man, very nice man. Me and him sit down and reason. He said, Jackson, take a look at that with me now. What the hell am I talking about that? But me decide, I say, alright, me take a tattoo with him. I don't know why now. He go for rum back and come back. With him Pepsi and ice. Oh, I say, oh, that's what I talk about. Take a drink with him. Sit down and talk. He said, Jackson, how you feel about putting some of your lyrics where you got on some of my gems? That thing called it.
Yeah, you read him then, the gems.
Yeah, gems. I'm say, Sir D, from me a little youth man, you know, everything, every song I write, I studio one with me write it for you know. I say, what? Jackson, that's good. So, I start asking for some rhythm now, and he said, Jackson, no, you know them rhythm there. I ask him some wicked rhythm because I don't sing for no full rhythm.
You know that.
So, he must say, oh, you know them, I said, them thing them grew up on, so I asked him some rhythm, and he called Randy, who was the engineer at the time, a guy named Randy. Yeah. I said, Randy, bring that come. And we record, the first one we recorded was a song called Love Knows No Shame. And the guy didn't start. No more sorrow, no more pain. It was, I put it on a 45. And he come back and said, Jackson, that time don't know, when don't be see that, don't be, yeah, you pop out now when Sadat come and say, Jackson, you think I sing like hot bread? Don't be, couldn't believe it. Mr. Dada tell people in business. He say, yes man. He said, we have to go back at the press. Next thing we know, he said, Jackson, I know tune we have there, you know. We put out the album. So, we start pick out some tune. We pick out some tune and put an album together called it Brother to Brother.
Okay, yeah, that's a big album.
That was the first album.
Yeah, your debut album.
Yeah, you see, after that, everybody and the brother start calling me, and people are calling me and want to give me them CD with them rhythm on it. I'm saying, can you imagine that? It never pay me no mind all of a sudden, everybody all over me.
So let me ask you a question though, because this is very important. You started out playing as a drummer. You have played with some of the greats of the greats. What was the feeling when you know standing as the artist in front? The same place that you've toured all over the world, you're now the featured artist.
Featured artist. And
how you make you feel though?
It feel good.
It
feel good, but I have to still keep myself humble.
Yes.
Because them that humble themselves shall be exalted.
Yeah.
And when the Almighty exalts you, second to none, you know.
And I think, you know, to be honest with you, Glenn, maybe you're too humble, you know. Some people have to be a little bit more aggressive, but that's your nature. You're Cancerian, you was born the 17th of July.
Yeah.
So it makes you that kind of...
Control the heart.
The heart, exactly. Yeah. And ironically, I have to put this in, I was born July 3rd too. So hopefully, my big brother...
We're on the same
kind of vibes, you know. Touring all over the world now.
We can be stoic and all of that, but we don't. That's not necessary.
No, it's not necessary. We're serious people too, but it's not necessary. So Glenn, you perform all over the world. Which is your all-time favorite? Other than Jamaica, because I know you're going to say Jamaica. But which country you got into and you couldn't believe the reception? Boy, which was your biggest crowd?
The biggest crowd. One of my biggest crowd was in Belgium, but another large crowd. The very first time I see 30, it was just me and my little 4-piece band.
Yeah.
And we had 38,000 people in a stadium with just was Nairobi, Kenya. The first time I went to Africa.
Wow.
Oh my God! I'm thinking about it. I bring tears to my eyes, you know.
Wow.
Because it felt like I was away and I went home to go visit my people, because they came out to meet me. And when we went into the airport, we did 2 interviews in the hotel managers, the airport manager's office. And when we thought, after we got to Nairobi, we thought that okay, it's night time now, everybody gone home, because everywhere is quiet.
Yeah.
You see, when I go to the
camp, you know,
when you go to it's a ground transportation, you go to the door, it's like I walk out on a stage, you hear horns blowing and people, whole lot of people come to greet me. Oh my God, that was awesome. That was awesome, man.
So Nairobi, Kenya was, you figure, one of your biggest?
One of my biggest. And you know what? People was like, when we was leaving, I was there for 10 days, and when we was leaving, people actually followed us to the airport like his family would go home. That was different.
Wow.
That was different. That was totally different.
See, and a lot of artists, I have to put this in, never get an opportunity to go to the motherland and perform. So for Glen to go home, as he put it,
I've been there twice, and I've been to Gambia, the Gambia.
Wow. And it's the same reception.
Senegal, same reception. Same reception.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, here I am.
Africa is home.
At the Sapphire Studio, talking to an icon, a real, alive and living legend. You know, I have to big up my friend Sprocket, because Sprocket gave us this opportunity to sit down. As a matter of fact, I came in on a dub session, and Glen just did about 15. Then how you do these things, Glen? Tune after tune, effortlessly. And you don't spend too much time in the studio.
No, it's just
figuring it out as you're walking.
It's just the vibe, it's the vibration that you get, and different people give you different vibes. So when we come on, Sprocket is Earth Ruler sound, and that's one of my favorite songs. So you know, we come on and
you just give him some tune.
Yeah, I always make him feel good. You know?
Yeah, man, give him some tune. Give him some tune. Reggae music now, Glen. You know, there's a lot of things now about trap music, a lot of things about Afro beats and so on. Yeah, there's that new rhythm that they have out there now that a lot of people gravitating to. And
well, a lot of people, but a lot of real people still want to play reggae.
The good old reggae can never die. We know that, but it is
I don't
out
mind.
there.
I don't mind listening to other genre, listening to other music, but I feel like I want to stick with the bad that I know. I feel it in the one drop.
I feel it in the one drop.
Yeah.
What would you want to say now to those powers that be that need to more live music?
More live music.
In Jamaica,
more live music. More music with meaningful that can uplift and edify and teach people things that will keep peace around all over the world, instead of talking about busting your head and derogatories. We don't need that.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Sapphire Studio, speaking with the legendary, the iconic Glen Washington. We spoke about a number of things, and we're going to touch on a subject that is very close to Glen's heart, because he's traveled all over the world and welcomed all over the world. But when it touched crime and violence and what has been happening to our country, and him being an ambassador, how do you feel, Glen, when you hear of some of the news of what's happening to our country?
It's very disheartening to hear certain things, but Jamaica is still the place where I was born, and it's still my home, and I believe that if you're not involved with different things, you don't have to worry about whatever happening, because that's happening all over the world.
True.
I mean, all of that is happening all over.
But just being at the wrong place at the wrong time, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And it affects not the senior citizens, but even babies sometimes. So, what do you want to say to these youngsters, Glen?
I just want to tell the youth, we have to preserve the youth, because youth is the future. And if we don't teach them right, I'll lead them the right pathway, then it can be chaos all over, you know. We don't need that. We need to have the youth them going in the right path, and for that to happen, it starts at home. I don't know if people are paying attention to what's really happening with the youth, because I see the youth going in the wrong direction, and the youth the youth are listening to the icons and the people that's in music. I don't know if some of these people realize that music is a spiritual thing, and you cannot hold on to it, but you can feel it and you can hear it. And the things that the children they live what they hear. So we have to make sure that whatever we record and put out there is edifying and uplifting to all of them, both young and old. You know, see, that's where I'm at, and that's my thought right now. And
Glen,
I hope that everyone could conform to that.
Yeah, Glen, you think learning to play an instrument help?
Yes, it does. It does when it comes to actually putting lyrics together.
Mm-hmm.
If you like me, I'm a drummer, and you have certain advantage over timing.
Okay.
It's very, very tedious to be able to sing on certain timing. Like I'm in the studio singing, and I can switch from that timing to a different timing and still make it work. Being a drummer is very helpful, and being able to play an instrument is very helpful also. You know?
Glen has a brand new album out.
Mr. Washington.
Mr. Washington.
One is called Living Well.
This one is called Living Well. This one is on all media platform. I want you to go out and get this album. I'm not got a chance to listen to it yet, but we have a lot of songs on this album. Songs like Play Me Some.
Play Mr. Music.
Play Mr. Music.
Yeah.
Pressing On. I Found Me Alone.
I Found Me a Love.
I Found Me a Love. I can hardly see it. Okay.
So hard I just can't help myself.
But there's not but good songs on it. Glen Washington, I'm Living Well. Go out and get it. Glen, tell us a little bit about this album.
He also have another album just released.
That's a new album.
This is a new album just released.
And this is, and ladies and gentlemen, 2 for the price of 1. No, not for the price of 1. This is also another album.
Just
this is his
released.
latest
new release.
album, just released. I want you to go out and get it.
Vinyl.
It's on vinyl. Vinyl is back.
Yeah.
It never went nowhere because vinyl now is very pricey, you know.
It's on vinyl, both vinyl and downloads.
Vinyl and download and stream, you can get it. And the name of it is Glen Washington, Mr. Washington. Wow, Glen. What are some of the tracks in this and this beautiful album?
There's a track called oh my God, where do I start?
There's so many songs.
There's so many different good tracks.
Yes.
I will have to get my phone to play some of that for you.
Okay, well, guess what? Just go online. Go on all digital platform and you see Mr. Washington. And go up there and support that.
There's one of my favorite tracks on that album called Perfect Peace.
Give us a little piece. You can't just tell us about a track and that tell us.
Piece.
Give me a little piece of that song there.
Oh my God, Perfect Peace. I would have to play it. I want to play it. I want to play it.
You want to play it for you.
I want to play it for you. I want to play it for you.
Wow.
Perfect Peace.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an honor. You're getting brighter. I'm telling you. Yeah. Glen, you ever did any gospel?
Yeah.
You did a gospel album?
Yeah, not really a gospel album, but if you're singing on its truth, it's gospel. Songs like Take the Name of Jesus with you. I did that song.
Wow.
That's the video.
Okay.
That's one of the songs called My Everything, the video. It's taking me over. There is not one thing that I could do. Oh, it's captured my heart and my soul, my everything. It's kind of like a pop.
I love it.
Some say that we won't make it, but they don't know you like I do. Oh, In my heart, love you see is true.
My everything.
My everything.
When you feel unfolding.
I'm not gonna give you anything, man. You're too greedy. You need to go out and get the album and get Mr. Washington and get all the songs on it. I'm telling you, every song that Glen has ever done, when they do a preview on his song, he said every single is marketable.
Yep.
So there's never a bad song.
I try that. I try to make sure that whatever you listen to, you can just put the thing on and let it
relax.
play.
You don't have to get the children out there, house either.
No, and yeah, because
it's not rated.
It's children safe.
It's still.
You can play this in church. Yeah.
You find it yet, Glen?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Wow. I'm living well. Not much artists can say that, but Glen is. So Glen, where's your home now? I mean, Jamaica's always your home, but
yeah, but right now we live in Georgia.
You live in Georgia. Okay, so you Georgian over there. You're lucky. Yeah, you're lucky.
Wow.
Why was I thinking Florida, Glen?
No, because I used to live in Florida.
Oh, you used to live in Florida.
I used to live in Florida, but sometimes you have to move where things are feeling better.
Yeah, and it's a little cooler in Georgia.
Yeah,
but it's right next door to Tampa, right? Florida, Georgia is the next state over, isn't it?
Yeah. It's next door to Ocala.
Okay, Ocala.
That's where I moved from. I used to live in Ocala.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You find it yet? I'm all set to go now. You see me bouncing.
Let's see if I can find something. This is one of my favorite ones. Wars will be over when justice comes over and shine. Come shine. Children are growing, creating a brand new design. It's time. We pray for peace and love, and we hope it will last forever. As sure as stars above, our joys will come bubbling over. Don't give your feet or escape the judgment this time. This time. People are breaking across the poverty line. It's time for us to change from the selfish indulgence we harbor. Time to rearrange while the blessings of love come over. Peace, perfect peace.
That's what we need, Jamaica.
Rastafari.
I say it simultaneously. That's what we need in this beautiful country. If we can only just stay home and listen to some Glen Washington and have peace, perfect peace. What a beautiful Jamaica this would be. And that is what Glen hoped for, and that is what his wife Jackie hoped for. Sprocket and all the great ones that helped to bring the reggae music to the four corners of the earth. I could love each other in Jamaica. I could really give back that love of the 70s that we used to have.
Give thanks to God the Creator. Peace, perfect peace. It's time to release when the workers of wickedness cease. Wars will be over when justice comes over and
Another track again, Glen.
Yeah, man. I wrote this about my wife.
Yeah.
Golden touch.
Never!
Golden touch brings out the best in me. Stay, golden touch, stay. Love for you is so profound. She's the only woman I found who is always there for me. Golden touch is a lady with good quality. Although we've seen some ups and downs, I wish you could have played with the house. I'm giving thanks and praise to His Majesty. And every moment You know that tune, yeah? If I don't have you, then there'll be nobody else.
Yeah.
You're so sweet and kind, I'll take nobody else.
Reggae music, man. Beautiful.
All my life is yours.
Take it without fear.
Just for you, my king.
Y'all know the touch it?
Yeah.
My heart and soul. I couldn't stand to lose you. It would bring such pain and misery.
All my life would be lost and free. Lost and free.
If I don't have you, oh baby, feelings got me going.
This was when reggae music was reggae music, man.
You said it's over, but I'm sure that I can still see tenderness in your eyes. Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we could go on and on and on and on with Glen. I just want to say, Glen, thank you so much, man, for giving me this quality opportunity to sit down with you and have this one-on-one. It's priceless.
Yeah, man. Get back.
Each day it just grows and grows. And every time I think of you, I told
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to the legend, the icon, for almost an hour. We just want to say thanks to Moshia Joe. She was the one who actually linked me up, even though I met Glen before, but Moshia, just want to take this opportunity and dig you up from the ceiling to the last part of the elements. Thank you so much for making this possible. Thank you so much. And I also want to thank my friend Sprocket from Sapphire Dub House. Sprocket, thank you so much for evading or leaving your studio. And it's a big stone. Take it, young Glen. And we really sat down and we took over your studio. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk to a real legend, an icon, a man who is very humble, but guess what? His qualities transcends the four corners of the earth. Glen, what do you want to say in parting?
In parting, I just want to tell people to live, love each other, and you know, keep it clean, especially in the inside here, right here. And then people in the music, make sure that whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability, and keep your heart clean, because music is spiritual, and whatever comes out of you is that what you will receive, you know. Seeds that you sow, you will reap. See? So bless up each and every one with respect and maximum love. Love you all. Rastafari. Bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The legendary, the iconic, Mr. I want to put that to Mr. Glen Washington. I want to thank him so much from the core of my heart for giving me this opportunity. I've spoken to a lot of legends, but this is like the icing on the cake for my career. And to start the new year, we're still in January, the ending of January. So you know, with Glen giving me his blessing, that it's going to be a very productive year for Big Stone.
Yeah,
thank you very much, Mr.
Respect,
Washington.
brother.
I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Go out and get his album, Mr. Washington. And guess what? I'm living well. Go out and support. Because guess what? He needs every single penny for his legacy.
I'm living well. I never thought that love like this is my girl. I'm living well. Yeah, man. Big Stone is the one. He's got the plan for information. See? I hear it. That's the part.
What I enjoy it gone! Don't touch it in a Glen Washington say, I have the plan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.